Well, good morning, everyone. Here we are on the 14th day of our self-discipline study. And I apologize there was no video yesterday. As some of you know, there's a lot of things going on right now and adjustments in my family, and some things that need to be taken care of. And so sometimes the days are slipping away on us, and being Monday was all the shopping for the store and all that sort of thing. But this is what happens when we're decreeing success for the business. We know that the business it represents Christ in the community. It's a place people come into, and they get to experience the atmosphere of the presence of God. We've had healings here, we've had salvations here, we have a lot of blessings that take place here. That's important, but a business is also there to generate wealth. And yesterday was good. It was Monday after the holiday, and it's usually a dead time, and we decreed the success of this thing, and yesterday was a good day, which meant it was busy, and which meant we need supplies. And as I say, blessings are great, but blessings will always bring work. Blessings will always create work. That's the way it goes. So as we look at continue with our self-discipline, I'm hoping you're starting to put some of the stuff in place and you're seeing the benefits of it. Discipline is not an easy thing. We need discipline in many areas of our lives. Some of you have very busy lives, and you have to have the discipline of schedules and agendas, and there's no way that you can live by just by the seat of your pants. It's skin of your teeth, as they say, but you have to put things into place in order for things to become accomplished. It is a shame that we live in a world that is so busy. It's crazy. Our life should not be this way. And if there's any way that you can simplify it, then take that route. Simplify. Get rid of things that are distractions. Get rid of things that are no benefit to you in your development, in your life with Christ and in the kingdom. But those of you who have work, you know that work will it will generate work. And some of you are busy because of that, long hours that you're working, and you still have shopping to do, and you have all those chores to do. So you need to have some sort of schedule and agenda. That takes discipline to develop. And these principles must be applied as well spiritually. It is the only way we grow. If you leave the disciplines out of it, you will never grow. It's as simple as that. You may have some spooky, hokey-pokey kind of relationship with with God, but you're not going to grow maturity. And He requires us to grow maturity. We are to grow up into the fullness of Christ. And that a feeling of God's presence is so important, but it has to generate maturity. It has to. If it's not generating anything, if it's not causing change, then we have to wonder who we're really meeting with, because meeting with Christ will always provoke change. Even this morning, I'm being challenged on things, and every day he presents to me areas that He wants to work on in me, and it's good. It's good for you that He does that as well for me. So, looking at Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2, starting at verse 11, it says, "For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men." I love that. For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. Verse 12. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passion. I want to read that again. Grace, God's grace, teaches us to say no. So it empowers us. God's grace teaches us, empowers us. We're empowered by the Holy Spirit to say no. How many know that self-discipline is a series of no's? It's a no to this, a no to that. To go to bed on time is to say no to certain things. It's to say no to long conversations. It's to say no to Facebook. It's to say no to the late news. It's that we can all get our proper sleep if we learn to say no. And the same thing is applied to our spiritual growth. God's grace has taught us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, self-disciplined, self-controlled, upright, so righteousness, upright, and godly lives in this present age. Godly lives in this present age. Man, that flies in the face of all those who say that we can't live. We can't do what Jesus did, and we can't live that way because we're not God, and we do our best. But this tells us that no, that the God's grace teaches us to say no to these things, so that we can live that righteous life. That we can be as Christ is now, says the word. As Christ is now, so are we. That's powerful. Consider that for a moment. As Christ is now, so are we. Not now as in walking the earth and heading towards the cross. After the cross, seated at the right hand of the Father, and all his glory and all that power, as he is now. That's us. So are we. We're clothed in that. We've been given all that power. We've been given that authority. I don't understand this. I do understand it because I've had a lack of it myself. I haven't had this understanding. I haven't been there. But now that I have the revelation, it's like, duh. It's so clear. He's given us that power to live the righteous life now. A life filled with power. The power to be able to say no. To say no to all these things. To say no to ungodliness. And to say no to worldly passions. To say no to illness. To say no to those temptations. To say no to poverty. To say no to all the works, all these fortresses of the enemy. We can say no to those things. That's what God's grace has done for us. Consider it, practice it, live it, desire it, push into it. It's for you. It's for you to do. Nobody else is going to do for you. This is us. Only we can say no. Christ desires this in us, but only we can say no. He's empowered us to do it, but only we can do it. So you have a great day. May the Lord bless you.